Well, Stephen Marshall is our new Deputy Leader of the opposition of the Liberal Party, and is a person that in today's paper is dominating. You've got middle spread and you've got front page, and mate, this guy's big news in Adelaide at the moment, and we've managed to track him down, and although he just raced through the door about 2 minutes ago, I'd like to introduce him to you all here today. Stephen, welcome, mate.
Thank you very much, Anthony. It's great to be here.
So how does it feel suddenly, I won't say nobody, because you're never nobody, you're one of the up and coming star, pollies, but today's paper, just your whole sort of profile has exploded. Just take us through, let's start right at the beginning.
Okay.
Where were you born, where you're from, and then we'll work up to what happened yesterday, all right?
Okay.
Well, so let's start from the scratch.
Born in Adelaide, born and bred in Adelaide, moved out to the Norwood area probably in the late 80s, and I've been out here ever since. I love the local area. I live in Kensington Park, so it's a nice walk down to the parade, grab my coffee on Saturday mornings at Argo, go to Vari's to get the pasta supply so that my son can have his gnocchi fix for lunch on Saturday. Mrs. Vari makes it. I just love the local area. I grew up in a family business. Our family business was the old Namco Industries, which became Marshall Furniture. So pretty much everybody in South Australia, if they go out to their shed, will be able to find one of those old tubular steel tables with the sort of the red marble top and the aluminium extruded edge, and the chairs with the handles on the back. Well, that was our family business, and I loved that business. I love the family business sector. I love the manufacturing sector. But I made a decision a few years ago to go into politics, and it's so I've had that sort of rise from being total obscurity to yesterday when my daughter came home from school. She said, "They actually stopped class today, Dad, to watch the Sky News," and I got the shock of my life.
Is that so right? I mean, it's kind of fun, but it can turn on you as well. So you got to
for sure.
Got to have But that's what politicians do and stuff. Now, you haven't told me how old you are.
44.
44,
yep.
Right. When's your birthday?
January.
Right, okay. And children, family,
yep.
6 wives, or what do you got?
I'm not up to 6 yet, so that's good. Look, I've got 2 great kids, Charlie, who's 14, and Georgie, who's 12. So I've got year 7 and year 9 at school. So we're running around most weekends to every single sporting code that has ever existed. Last year, Charlie took up rugby, and as I pointed out to him, that's another...
Rugby?
I know, that's another sport that I've had to learn the rules of. I'd only just cope with soccer, to be quite honest. That offside rule was a little bit confusing. We didn't play a lot of those sports when I was at school, so I've really enjoyed it. And Georgie at the moment's just taken up rowing, so again, another sport I've never indulged in. I don't know why they just don't stick to something basic.
Great though. Yeah, 5 o'clock starts. Have you had any of those?
Not yet. She's only got the after school, so she's only in year 7. I think it's going to build up to those 5 o'clock starts. You
better hope they don't get serious, because you're going to be out of bed mighty early.
Exactly.
Now, just talk to me about their schools. Where do they go to school, and where do you're living at Kensington Park?
Yep, they go to Pembroke, so it's just at the end of the street. They walk to school every day. They love it there and very happy there at that school. So they went to state primary schools, and they're also very happy with the state system, but made a decision to send them to Pembroke because it's at the end of the street, closest school, and very happy there.
So on a serious note, partner or single or...?
No, divorced. I've been divorced for a while, so the kids live with me a week on, a week off. And
everyone's happy?
Yeah, seems to be a good arrangement.
Okay. So does that mean you're eligible, you're single, or you're going out, you've got a partner?
Is this a dating show?
Yeah, well, people want to know about you, like...
Yeah, no, I'm definitely single, so...
okay.
But my life at the moment is pretty full on with politics and with the kids, and so.
So like we get married to real estate, you get married to politics.
Pretty much, because it really is. A lot of people complain. They say, "Oh, politicians, what do they do? They're not in Parliament very long." But it is honestly a 7-day-a-week job. It's very long hours. If you're going to serve your community well, if you're going to serve your electorate well, you've really got to put in the hours. There's 25,000 voters in my electorate. And quite frankly, they're pretty demanding. They want a member who works hard for them, that delivers for them, and so you've got to put in the hours. So
you went up against Vinnie, didn't you?
Correct.
Vinnie Chikarella.
Yep.
So tell me about how you beat Vinnie, because she was the unbeatable.
Yeah, look, Vinnie was a very formidable opponent because she was the local mayor before me, and she had a huge, popularity in the electorate. Everybody knew who Vinnie was. She's legendary, riding her bike around the electorate.
I know.
And when I told my friends that I was going to go into politics and I was going to compete in Norwood, they tried to talk me out of it. They said any other seat, because she is a formidable opponent because she was just so popular. But look, I never ran a race against Vinnie. I just presented myself and ran obviously as a Liberal, and I think, worked very hard for 21 months before the 2010 state election, was out at every shopping centre doing street corner meetings, door knocking, and just talking to the people in the local area, finding out exactly what they wanted from their politician, and then it's just a matter of packaging that up and making sure that you're delivering and working hard.
So just an obvious question, how risky is it, the Liberal Party, putting you in as a deputy when you're in a marginal seat? Because that's, that just seems an obvious question to me.
Well, I think it's a positive, because when you're in a marginal seat, you really do have to work extremely long hours to hold that seat. And you've got to be very, very well connected to your community. And quite frankly, that's exactly what you need in your deputy leader of the party. You need somebody that's out there talking to businesses, talking to individuals, talking to families about what are their concerns. And you get that every day, all day, every day in a marginal seat. So I think it's great for the party.
I just want to rewind a little bit. So before you went into politics, I might have missed it, because second day back, right. So it's still a bit vague. But just rewind a bit, what did you do immediately before politics?
Okay, well, immediately before going into politics, I was the General Manager of the Textiles Division at Michelle's. So Michelle's is historically our largest exporter out of South Australia, the great iconic wool company, which was opened
in Salisbury.
That's right, opened in 1870. And I looked after the Textiles Division, which is a great division. So that was selling very high-end jersey fabrics to the sort of the top fashion houses around the world. So I love that. And I was also on a number of boards at the same time. So I very much come from a commercial background, and that's what I bring to the Parliament, I suppose. I understand the small business operator, the family business operator, those employers that are doing it tough at the moment. And in fact, I've just come from a business now, Delway Brass, down at Edwardstown. Great family business, just going through that generational change. I love the family business sector, and that's something that I bring to the Parliament.
Stephen, I've got some questions that everyone will want to hear, and we're going to do that a bit later.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to come back to you. In the meantime, let's have a look at what's happening around this state, South Australia.
South Australia is certainly a very exciting place to be right now, as we've never seen so many changes happening around the state. So let's take a look at what's going on now as we go inside SA.
So I'm out in front of one of my favourite spots, the iconic Adelaide Oval, just undergoing a $600 million transformation, ready for AFL football in 2014, and it's starting to look spectacular. This is Australia's longest shopping mall, Rundle Mall. How cool is this with its extended trading hours? Adelaide, of course, known as the City of Churches. This is one of the grandest of them all, St Peter's Cathedral. Another one of my favourite spots, right here on the banks of the Torrens. $3 billion being spent around me on new buildings and improvements. The Royal Adelaide Hospital, the Convention Centre, the bridge from the Adelaide Oval development joining with the city, and of course the coffee shops that hopefully will emerge soon as well. And Hindmarsh Square, how cool is this? This is the Adelaide Central Market with over 100 stalls, Chinatown and so forth. It is the largest fresh food market in the Southern Hemisphere. From the Central Market, we host the Fringe and the festival. Adelaide truly is the cultural centre for the arts.